Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to install a heat lightning speed shop clutch pedal assembly for a GS300. This kit comes with everything you need to put a clutch in the GS because they never came with one and you can't really fit an OEM one. So this kit will allow you to bolt one directly in with no drilling at all. It does make you run a remote reservoir to the engine bay, and the master slave is inside underneath the dash. And so it's a pretty easy install. The only thing that's hard, you have to fish the hose through the firewall, but we're going to show you guys how to install it, how to assemble it. So let's go. All right, so right here we have the heat lightning speed shop clutch pedal kit, and it comes with a lot of stuff, and it makes it super easy because you don't need to drill into anything. You can see it comes with everything you need. It comes with the clutch pedal, it comes with the slave cylinder, it comes with OEM. This it comes separately, but you can get an OEM clutch pedal pad. It has a clutch stop so you don't overextend the cylinder. It has all the brackets, the hoses, remote reservoir because you're going to mount the reservoir in the engine bay, while this all sits inside the car. Even the slave will sit inside the car. The bracket comes with the wheel pedal and then some lines. And so we're going to assemble most of it together, and then we're going to put it in the car. So let's go. We are authorized dealers for heat lightning, so if you're looking for a clutch pedal setup for your GS, for your IS, for your LS, we have them all for sale on our website. So go ahead and check us out, or go ahead and head to Heat Lightning directly, but we'll go ahead and install it together. They do come with a manual, so if you need help, it has a guide, has everything you need, but it's pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So let's get into it. First things first is to assemble the master cylinder to the clutch. So this is gonna go and slide into here, and this part is going to thread into the clutch pedal. It has a threaded top insert, and you're going to thread it into here. Go ahead and get the bolts and tighten down the slave to the clutch pedal. All right, the master slave is bolted to the clutch pedal. Now we're going to mount this to the bracket right here. So now we're going to install the adapter to convert this to a remote reservoir. I put the C-clamp on there as well, so that way you can press this on. And then now we're gonna go ahead and put the clutch stop. This is an extra that you can add on to the kit as well. And we're gonna put this right here. Oh. There we go. Go ahead and bolt this. Here, and then the other bolt, the bottom. All right, so now you have the clutch stop that bolts right here. This is going to stop the clutch so you can adjust this. This is the remote reservoir where it's going to go to a tube that we're going to fish through the firewall. And so now let's go ahead and tighten everything down and put it in the car. All right, so we're gonna fish this hose through the firewall because this connects the clutch pedal, the master slave, to the remote reservoir. We're gonna use this clothes hanger that I got. We're gonna tape it, and then we're gonna slide it through the firewall and pull it through. So go ahead and tape it. All right, underneath the firewall, you can see there is a hole right here for the wiring that's going through. We're gonna push the hose through there. We're gonna fish this inside there. So I'm gonna cut a slit on the side of it and fish it through. So now we slid the tube through the hole right there. You can see it is right there. This side right here, through that hole. So now we're good to go. All right, now it's time to mount the clutch pedal. And you can see where it mounts right here. The way it's going to sit just like this back here. But we need to remove this module right here and relocate it. So we're gonna unbolt it right now and then zip tie it out of the way. And then we're gonna remove this right here. Then you're gonna remove these two bolts right here, holding the bracket in. All right, now we can move this aside for now as we are going to mount everything else. So get all those wires out of the way. See. And I'll show you where it's going to mount. So that bolt right there is where that part's gonna hook on, and then these two sides right here are gonna hook onto this one right here and bolt on right there.
You can see I have it bolted on the left side right there from where the old parking brake used to be. And then on the back, it hooks on to that little bolt right next to the steering column right there. And now I can tighten everything down. You can see the reservoir is right there. All right, you can see I got the hose. I got the hose clamped to the reservoir right there. All right, now that you have the hose coming through to the engine bay, you gotta get your remote reservoir and go ahead and connect it here. Get your hose clamp ready, put that in there. And then also you're gonna wanna clamp this. So let's go get the clamp real quick. Go ahead and get that clamp that came with the kit. Put that in here. So that way when you put this part in right here, you can go ahead and tighten it down so it doesn't pop out anytime. Tighten this down right here so it clamps it down. Put your hose clamp in. Shove this in. Figure out which way you want to orient it. So I would say something like this and like this. Tighten it down like that and push this in. And we're gonna go tighten everything down and then we'll figure out where we're gonna mount it. All right, the reservoir is all tightened down and now figure out a place to mount it. We're probably gonna mount it somewhere down here. You can see there's an existing hole right there. Might try to use that. Might try to move it to the shock tower, but we're gonna figure it out. But right now, we're not gonna do that just yet until we get everything else put together. Now it's time to install the 90-degree fitting. This is like an MPT fitting to an AN fitting. It goes into the port right there on the master slave. You can see it goes in right there. I'm gonna spin it in real quick. I got the NPT fitting on. Now time to put the hose on. Final step is to connect the hose line. See if I can get it on here. All right, the hose is connected, and this is where we're pretty much gonna leave it off right now because we're gonna bench bleed it by putting it through like that. But that's gonna be for when we're ready to put the transmission in. So we're gonna leave it like this for now. We're pretty much done with this install. You're pretty much ready to go. So, all right, you can see now all the pedal is installed. You can see the kit is up there, tucked in the dash. You can't really see it, but honestly, this looks OEM. Like you can't even tell that this has an aftermarket clutch pedal, and it just looks so good. And it feels good. I did bleed it already. We got to mount the reservoir, so you got to figure out the mounting position. Right now, you know, this is kind of a future in the build, but I kind of want to show you guys what the finished pedal will look like if you guys are interested in this kit, because this pedal, it's just super easy to install, no drilling required, and it makes installing a clutch and doing a mount swap so much more fun and easier. So if you guys are looking for a kit, hit us up. And you can stay tuned for the rest of the build as we are going to install the transmission and get everything buttoned up. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.